So called to order.
Roll call. Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer present. Honorable Elmer Ballimoro, absent. Honorable Jesse Albios, present. Honorable Hilji Rosales, present. Honorable Vito Borja II, sick leave. Honorable Hilda Gila Bunal Gomez, present. Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, present. Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jokno, present. Honorable Francisco Mendoza, present. Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig, absent. Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, absent. Honorable Maria Corazon Peñaflor, present. Honorable Jepson Romeo V. Felix, present. Sir, we have a quorum.
The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Next is the prayer. Please all stand.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, as we deliberate into today's session, give us the wisdom to overcome passion.
Give us the wisdom to overcome passion.
Give us an understanding heart to do away with prejudice.
Give us an understanding heart to do away with prejudice.
Give us a foresight to know what the future may devise.
Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth and what is good.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth and what is good.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
And finally, our Lord,
Make us worthy public servants of the city.
make us worthy public servants of the city.
We deeply love and highly honor.
We deeply love and highly honor.
Naga City, the heart of Bicol.
Naga City, the heart of Bicol. Amen.
Name the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Next, the pambansang awit.
Good morning. Let me acknowledge the presence of Councilor Elmer Ballimoro. Next item, please.
Next is the privilege time.
Any privileged speech from the members of the council? Councilor Jude Jokno.
Honorable Presiding Officer, esteemed colleagues in this council, ladies and gentlemen. I rise today on a matter of national importance, an issue that goes beyond politics, beyond local boundaries, and strikes at the very heart of our sovereignty: the continuing aggression in the West Philippine Sea. The West Philippine Sea is not just a body of water on the map. It is ours by history, by geography, and most importantly, by law. It is a vital source of livelihood for our fishermen, a strategic area for national security, and a symbol of our identity as a sovereign nation. Yet today, we are witnessing repeated acts of intrusion, harassment, and illegal occupation by foreign forces. Artificial islands have been built, our fishermen are driven away, and our rights are blatantly disregarded. If we choose silence now, if we allow these actions to continue unchecked, we are sending a dangerous message that confusion is acceptable. If we let this happen today, there will be more islands tomorrow. What starts in the West Philippine Sea will not end there. History has shown us that unchecked aggression only grows bolder over time. This is why we must stand firm, because the law is on our side. In 2016, the Arbitral Tribunal under the United Nations Convention on Law of the Seas, UNCLOS, ruled in favor of the Philippines, affirming that China's so-called 9-dash line has no legal basis. This ruling is final and binding under international law. Our own 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 12, clearly states that the state shall protect the nation's marine wealth in its exclusive economic zone and reserve its use and enjoyment exclusively to Filipino citizens. The West Philippine Sea falls within this zone. Republic Act number 12064, or the Philippine Maritime Zones Act, reinforces our maritime entitlements and affirms our sovereign rights in accordance with international law. Furthermore, Republic Act number 9522, or the Philippine Baseline Law, defines our national baselines in full compliance with the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. In Magalona versus Executive Secretary, the Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of Republic Act number 9522, ruling that it does not surrender any part of the Philippine territory, but instead it strengthens our maritime entitlements, including our exclusive economic zone. The court emphasized that compliance with UNCLOS reinforces the Philippines' legal position in asserting its right in the West Philippine Sea. These laws are not merely words on paper. They are mandates directing us as public servants to defend what is rightfully ours. Honorable colleagues, this issue demands our attention and unity. Even as local officials, our voices matter. When we speak, we help shape national resolve. When we remain silent, we become complicit. Let us be clear. Standing up for the West Philippine Sea is not an act of hostility. It is an act of patriotism. It is a defense of our people, our future, and our dignity as a nation. I call on this council to express its support for the protection of the West Philippine Sea and to stand with the Filipino people in asserting our sovereign rights peacefully, lawfully, but firmly. The sea is ours. The law is on our side. And history will judge us by how we choose to act at this moment. Good morning po, and maraming salamat.
Thank you, Councilor Jokno. Let me ask, do you have a resolution supporting your privileged speech?
No. Mr. Chair, I will be preparing one.
Yes, thank you very much. Any other privileged speech? Councilor General Omar Buenafe.
To our
By the way, let me acknowledge the presence of the chairman of the Committee on Culture and the Arts, Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio. Please proceed.
to our chairman, the Honorable Gabriel Bordado III, to our colleagues in the 15th Sangguniang, the people watching these proceedings, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The Sangguniang Panlungsod earlier enacted Ordinance Number 2025-070 institutionalizing the approved local public transport route plan of the City of Naga, prescribing the operating routes and number of public utility jeepney Class 2 units, and providing the policy framework for safe, efficient, and responsive public transport services. However, the absence of clearly designated and consistently located PUV stops contributes to irregular stopping patterns, inconsistent dwell times, and curbside conflicts, which in turn lead to delays and longer, less predictable travel times for commuters along the major corridors. Therefore, the establishment of designated PUV stops is intended to streamline passenger boarding and alighting, reduce unnecessary stopping and friction with other road users, and thereby improve travel time, reliability, operational efficiency, and overall commuter experience, particularly along high-demand public transport corridors. Along this line, the city government of Naga, through the Naga City Urban Transport and Mobility Council and its partner, CERMO, has identified PUV stop locations, developed PUV stop designs, and pavement markings intended as low-cost, scalable, and context-sensitive interventions that can be implemented on selected corridors without major civil works. Therefore, today, I am endorsing a resolution authorizing the pilot implementation of designated public utility vehicle stops on selected corridors in the City of Naga in support of the implementation of the approved local public transport route plan. And I appeal for the support of our colleagues in this 15th Sangguniang. Thank you very much, Sir Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Omar Buenafe. Any other privileged speech? Councilor Baldemoro.
The Honorable Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer, Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., my esteemed colleagues, fellow employees in the city government, friends in media, esteemed guests, those watching via live stream, mga kapwa ko nagpapadangat sa mga may kadinan, mga namumutan kong nagenyo, Diyos maray na aga po sa Toya Gabos. For my privileged speech today, I wish to advocate for the dignity, rights, and capabilities of persons with Down syndrome as active and valued members of our community. By virtue of Presidential Proclamation Number 157 of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, we celebrate this month of February, the Down Syndrome Month. This year's theme is Raising Aspiration, Inclusions, Support, and Empowerment for People with Down Syndrome. It is a reminder that inclusion is not a favor. It is a responsibility of both government and the entire community. Ang mga persons with Down syndrome, siring kang ibang mga persons with disability, dahil po dapat hilingon base sa nasa sa indang kadiinan. Ang paghiling ta dapat sa inda, mga individual na may talento, pangiturugan, asin kapasidad. When given the right support and opportunities, they succeed as entrepreneurs, artists, performers, workers, and responsible citizens. As part of our Down Syndrome Month celebration, the Person with Disability Affairs Office has partnered with LGU-Naga to offer a pre-movie screening of the film Imperfect for PWDs and senior citizens. This started yesterday, Monday, and another screening will be held this Tuesday at LGU-Naga. Imperfect is a powerful film that highlights the lives and stories of persons with Down syndrome. It garnered Best Picture at the Metro Manila Film Festival last December 2025, and its lead actress, Miss Cristelgo, a person with Down syndrome and a proud Nagenya, won Best Actress. These remarkable achievements highlights how inclusive storytelling can change perspectives and inspire communities. It also proves that when given the chance, persons with Down syndrome can demonstrate extraordinary talents and meaningfully contribute to the development of our nation's arts and culture. Dakulang parte din po ang imperfect sa ulay ng representasyon kang PWD sector. When persons with the Down syndrome are seen in film, society learns not only to accept but also to respect and understand them more deeply. In addition, the Person with Disability Affairs Office and the Naga City PWD Vendors Association will hold a PWD Trade Fair this February 12 to 14 at the gazebo of Plaza Rizal. This is not only in time for the Valentine's Day, but also as a platform to promote awareness of Down syndrome. The PWD Trade Fair is more than an economic activity. It is a space for empowerment, where PWD vendors can showcase their products, skills, and determination. Every item sold represents dignity, independence, and hope for our PWDs, including persons with Down syndrome. We invite everyone to participate in the PWD Trade Fair. Your involvement helps build a foundation where persons with disability, including individuals with Down syndrome, can live with confidence and purpose. May this month's celebration, therefore, serve as both a reminder and a challenge to strengthen policies, expand opportunities, and create spaces where persons with disability, especially those with Down syndrome, are seen, heard, valued, and empowered. In the end, a truly progressive city is one that leaves no one behind. Mabuhay po ang sektor kang PWD, mabuhay ang satuyang namumutan na syudad. Diyos mabalas po.
Thank you, Councilor Baldemoro. Any other privileged speech? Next item, please.
Next is the reading and approval of the order of business.
Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, may I move to dispense with the reading of the order of business and move for the inclusion of the following items under special business and order as item number 4, a proposed resolution from the Honorable Alan Liz Macaraig commending and congratulating Isabella Fajardo, a grade 11 student of LGU-Naga University, for her outstanding performance in the World Archery Philippines National Selection Tournament and for earning a place in the 2026 Philippine Archery National Youth Team Recure Under 18 Women's category. Sa item number 5, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a deed of donation with Mr. Eugene Cotan in relation to the donation of a parcel of land located at Barangay Concepcion Pequeña, necessary for the establishment and development of a road network right-of-way that will improve access, mobility, and public safety in the area. Sa item number 6 of SBO, also marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum agreement with various academic institutions in relation to the establishment of a collaborative framework for research, data gathering, and policy development in support of the Sustainable Development Goal to promote food security, improve nutrition, and overall well-being of Nagueños. As item number 7, also marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for a passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of understanding with the University of the Philippines in relation to the development of research and collaborative activities in academic areas of mutual interest. Sa item number 8, also marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development for the new Naga City Rental Housing Project, a flagship initiative under the expanded 4PH program. Item number 9 is also marked as urgent by the City Mayor, a request for the passage of an ordinance reverting to unappropriated balance the amount of 17,459,105 pesos out of savings from personal services accounts for the period of January 1 to December 31, 2026, and appropriating the same to the following various PS accounts as detailed in the request. Item number 10, the subject matter of the privileged speech of the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenafe, authorizing the pilot, a proposed resolution authorizing the pilot implementation of designated PUV stops on selected corridors in the City of Naga in support of the implementation of the approved LPTRP. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 9, the report of the Committee on Health and Nutrition and the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. As item number 10,
9, Committee on Health.
joint report, Mr. Chairman, Health and Laws and Ordinances.
And then
As item number 10, Committee on Ways and Means report.
Ways and Means.
Attached is the proposed ordinance from the Honorable Francisco Mendoza, setting the anniversary date as the date of renewal of Mayor's permit, prescribing guidelines for its implementation and for other purposes. Item number 11, the report of the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Item number 12, the report of the People Empowerment and Good Governance Committee. Item number 13, the report of the Committee on Appropriations. Item number 14, the report of the Committee on Infrastructure. Item number 15, a letter from the Office of the City Legal Officer submitting his legal opinion on the resolution of the Honorable Nathan Serio requesting the national government to study the feasibility of exempting private and public employees from paying individual income taxes to promote consumer spending. Item number 16, a letter from the iGovernance Program Office submitting the consolidated feedback gathered from social media channels in regard to the Naga City Net Zero Carbon Policy Ordinance authored by the Honorable Jude Joc. Item number 17, the second draft of the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Gilda Gail Abunal Gomez and Senior Citizen Councilor Nilda P. de Guzman, entitled Proposed Local Emergency Response Ordinance for Persons with Mental Illness, Prevention of Violent Acts, and Assignment of Responsibility for Care and Liability to Immediate Family, Legal Guardian, or Nearest Kin. As item number 18, the second draft of the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Gilda Gail Abunal Gomez, promoting responsible and trauma-sensitive reporting by media entities, campus publications, and social media content creators, providing guidelines enumerating prohibited acts, prescribing duties, and imposing penalties for violations thereof. And last, under unfinished business, the letter from the Camarines Sur Press Club President, Mr. Edwin Lara, submitting his response to the request for comment on the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Gilda Gail Abunal Gomez on the reporting on trauma-sensitive news. Under new business, Mr. Chairman, marked as item number 15, the proposed ordinance authored by City Youth Vice Mayor Jamin Phoebe Sabaybay, City Youth Councilors Gian Rances and Shaina Soriano, sponsored by the Honorables City Councilors Elmer Baldemoro, David Casper Nathan Seri, and Francisco M. Mendoza, amending Ordinance Number 2010-063 as amended, otherwise known as the Naga City Tertiary Scholarship Program, by streamlining documentary requirements, expanding coverage for non-tuition expenses, and updating scholarship grant tiers. And last under new business is, not last, Mr. Chairman. Item number 16, the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, amending Ordinance Number 2012-035, otherwise known as the Naga City Youth Code, particularly the provisions on the City Youth Officials Program to clarify program timelines, expand official positions, institutionalize leave and succession mechanisms, establish a performance evaluation system under a monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning framework, and for other purposes. As item number 17, still under new business, is still a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Jefferson Romeo B. Felix, amending certain provisions of City Ordinance 2024-101, otherwise known as the Enhanced SK Mandatory Training Ordinance of Naga City. As item number 18, also a proposed ordinance of the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix institutionalizing citizens' charters for all SK in Naga City, including the SK Federation, to advance transparency, accessible governance, and accountability in the delivery of youth services. As item number 19, a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Melvin Ramon G. Buenafe, regulating the wearing of masks, baklavas, and other face coverings that conceal identity in certain public places and situations in Naga City. As item number 20, also a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Melvin Ramon G. Buenafe, regulating the use of public roads in the city of Naga by slow-moving vehicles and directing the use of the outermost lane for such vehicles in two-way public roads and for other purposes. As item number 21, a letter from Jefferson V. Tulyao of PLDT requesting assistance regarding the on-hold PLDT project involving the rerouting of facilities at Barangay Concepcion Pequeña affected by the DPWH road widening project. As item number 22, the annual budget of the SK of Barangay Pacol for 2026. As item number 23, the 2026 annual budget of the SK of Barangay Bagong Bayan Sur. And in other matters, Mr. Chairman, It's item number 5, the report of infrastructure projects for the month of January 2026 from the Department of Public Works and Highways 3rd District Engineering Office. And as item number 6 of other matters, an invitation from women Attorney Donabel C. Tenorio, Women in Nation Building, for what's this? Seminar, Mr. Chairman. With the proposed inclusions, Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the order of business.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the special order of business. Item number 1 is a letter dated February 4 from the Office of the City Mayor, respectfully seeking the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign the terms of partnership with the Department of Health, Bicol Center for Health Development, in relation to the implementation of the annual operational plan for calendar year 2026.
Yes, Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This refers to an assistance from the DOH amounting to 99.7 million, and it requires duly signed terms of partnership with said department. So with that, Mr. Chair, I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the terms of partnership with DOH Bicol Center for Health Development in relation to the implementation of the annual operational plan for 2026.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? Objection, Councilor Rosales?
Just a query, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
The request made mention of an annual operation plan for 2026 pertaining to the local investment plan for health, but the said document was not attached to the request. May we know if there is already such document for consideration of the Sangguniang?
Can you answer that, Councilor Frank Mendoza?
I happen to sit in the local health board, and the documents referred to have been submitted to the DOH. Actually, there are two documents. One is the local investment plan for health, and the second is the annual operational plan for 2026. So those documents are duly submitted, and they are existing, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Rosales?
Mr. Chairman, I'm not objecting. I'm just manifesting that the said documents, which is said to be attached as Annex A in the document, be included in the submission to the Sangguniang Panlungsod.
Okay. I am directing the Secretariat to attach the necessary document to that particular proposed resolution. And there was this motion duly seconded and no objection, so the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated February 4 from the Office of the City Mayor, seeking the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum agreement with the Department of Health, Bicol Center for Health Development, in relation to the implementation of health facility enhancement program with an allocated amount of 500,000 for the renovation, upgrading, repair of the Naga City Health Office.
Again, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is actually part of the previous MOA, that 500,000. So I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the TOP with the DOH Bicol Center for Health in relation to the implementation of the health facility enhancement program with an allocated amount of 500,000.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? Objection? Councilor Rosales?
Mr. Chairman, no, Mr. Chairman, I was reading item number 3. I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Any comment? So there being no objection, the motion is approved.
Next item
Yes, please.
is a letter dated February 4 from the Office of the City Mayor seeking the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate and sign the memorandum of agreement with the Department of Health, Bicol Center for Health Development in relation to the implementation of the Health Facility Enhancement Program with an allocated amount of 25 million for the renovation, upgrading, repair of the Naga City General Hospital.
Yes, again, Councilor Mendoza.
Again, this is part of the 99.7 million assistance from DOH. And lang clear, Mr. Chair, as to which Naga City General Hospital is this matter referring to. Is it the new one or the old one? It is not clear in the MOA. Maybe we can ask the City Health Office which one this MOA is referring to, the upgrading of the old city hospital or this new one?
Is that old entity still functioning?
The intent is to convert it into the City Health Office one.
Okay, so we may as well invite a representative from the City Health Office. Mr. Security Officer, kindly invite a representative from the City Health Office. So we will temporarily defer discussion of this item. Next item, please.
Next item is the proposed resolution of Honorable Alan Riz Macaraig. A resolution commending and congratulating Isabella Pajardo, a grade 11 student of the Ateneo-Naga University Senior High School, for her outstanding performance in the World Archery Philippines National Selection Tournament and for earning a place in the 2026 Philippine Archery National Youth Team RICAR under 18 women's category.
Where is Councilor Aris Macaraig?
Joint and collective, Mr. Chair.
Do we have copies of this resolution?
Is there, Mr. Chair?
And
Mr. Chair, may we just
Yes.
pass the proposed resolution of the Honorable Aris Macaraig on joint and collective, Mr. Chair.
okay, joint and collective. Next item, please.
Next item is a letter dated February 9 from the Office of the City Mayor requesting authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the deed of donation with Mr. Eugene Cotan in relation to the donation of a parcel of land located at Barangay Concepcion, Pequeña, which is necessary for the establishment and development of a road network or right-of-way that will improve access, mobility, and public safety in the area.
Councilor Jesse Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This proposed deed of donation by Mr. Eugene Tan will help in the mobility of transportation in the city of Naga. The deed of donation is involving 1,500 square meters in Barangay Concepcion, Pequeña. So may I move for the passage of a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the deed of donation with Mr. Eugene Cotan. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item is a letter dated February 9 from the Office of the City Mayor seeking, requesting an authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum of agreement with the following academic institutions: the University of Santa Isabel, Central Bicol State University of Agriculture, Bicol State College of Applied Sciences and Technology, Ateneo-Naga University, University of Nueva Cáceres, and the Naga College Foundation.
Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio, the chairman of the Committee on Education.
Mr. Chair, pabor ini sa tuya, lalo na priority kang administrasyon, ang edukasyon kang mga kaakian. So I moved on a joint collective motion that we authorize the mayor to enter into enter into, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with the aforementioned academic institutions.
So joint and collective. Objection?
Not an objection. Just some queries, Mr. Chair, because that MOA would require at least 50,000 per research grantee. I think it's the maximum, 50,000. And can we request the proponent what particular research would be undertaken?
Councilor Serio?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Igwa kitang existing na parang research council under City Plan and Development Office na PUC pwedeng magsabi sa inda kung anong mga particular na dapat i-research nila sumiter sa tuya. Nagagrant kita ning kunyan, may fund kita kayan na nagagrant kita ning amount, certain amount, depende sa proposal. At most is 75 ang aram ko. 50. Depende, igwa man na release ta kayan, lower than that. Pero igwa kitang funding kayan. Igwa kitang council na existing under the City Plan and Development Office. Ang Secretariat.
Okay, are you satisfied with the answer of Councilor Serio?
Another query, Mr. Chair. With the approval of this MOA, will this be the basis for the release of the grants? Or will there be separate agreements for each
Councilor
grant?
Serio?
May separate agreement po pag na-approvean itong sa indang research proposal, i-evaluaron pa po ang council kung maray yan, maninigo bang punduhan yan. Maagi pa siya sa siring na process, Mr. Chair.
Okay. I checked the ordinance on research and development. It requires approval still by the Sangguniang Panlungsod. In fact, it would be referred to the Committee on Appropriations and the plenary would have to approve it. So my query is that with approval of this MOA, would we still undergo that process?
Yes, Your Honor. Kung ano si reglamento duman sa ordinansa, iyong susunod doon kang council.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. So, on joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is another letter from the Office of the City Mayor requesting to enter into, negotiate and sign the memorandum of understanding with University of the Philippines in relation to the development of the following activities in academic areas of mutual interest on the basis of equality and reciprocity, the research collaborations, mentorship of students through internship, lecture and symposia, exchange of technical information and materials, and other forms of academic cooperation.
Again, Councilor Serio?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Dako lang tabang man ini sa tuya, pig-encourage sa mga research nagibuhon kan mga estudyante, si mga matitibay nila. And bako lang sa college ang pig-encourage ta kani, pati mga high schools. In fact, igwa na nga ni po, baga kita, Mr. Chair, na pig-fundingan, na pig-aprobaran, pig-sumitan din kang council sa Sangguniang Panlungsod, nag-release kita, si agreement, pig-pa-aproban digdi, bago nag-actual na release ng kwarta. And ini po, siling ko, may relasyon ini duman sa number 6 item na pig-aprobalan tapasan na, makakatabang po ining maray. So, I move on joint and collective motion that we authorize the mayor to enter into, negotiate and sign the memorandum of agreement with University of the Philippines, Diliman for the aforesaid academic areas, namely research collaborations, mentorship of students through internship, lectures and symposia, exchange of technical information and materials, and other forms of academic cooperation. So move on joint and collective.
On joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next item is a letter dated February 9 from the Office of the City Mayor seeking the passage of a resolution authorizing her to negotiate, enter into, and sign a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development for the new Naga City Rental Housing Project, a flagship initiative under the expanded 4PH program.
This was actually mentioned by the mayor during the previous activity. Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Earlier this morning, the City Mayor requested that the Sangguniang Panlungsod pass a resolution authorizing her to negotiate, enter into, and sign a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development for the new Naga City Rental Housing Project under the expanded 4PH program. Under this program, Mr. Chair, there will be 280 bare finished units amounting 400,014,979 pesos. So this will address the backlog of the city government in terms of human settlements. So may I move for the passage of a resolution authorizing the city mayor to negotiate, enter into, and sign memorandum of agreement with this zone. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any comment or objection? Councilor Balimoro.
An objection, Mr. Chair. Some queries lang, Mr. Chair. First, the project name is New Naga City Rental Housing Project. Why there is a word rental? And
Can you answer that, Councilor Albios?
I have not gone through the memorandum of agreement, Mr. Chair, considering that this MOA was just given this morning. Anyway, there is a provision in the request of the city mayor that the final terms of agreement is subject to ratification by the Sangguniang Panlungsod.
But can we request a representative from the mayor's office to clarify certain things about the proposed resolution? So may I request the security officer to invite a representative from the mayor's office. So we will temporarily defer discussion of this item.
Next item is a letter from the Office of the City Mayor dated February 7, seeking for the passage of an ordinance reverting to an appropriated balance the amount of 17,459,105 out of the savings from personal services account of various offices for the period from January 1 to December 31st, 2026, and appropriating the same to the following personal services account of various departments and offices to cover the implementation of the regularization program pursuant to Executive Order Number 2, establishing a regularization mechanism for long-serving casual personnel of the City Government of Naga.
Councilor Mendoza or Councilor Baldemoro?
Mr. Chair, could we refer this to the Committee on Appropriation?
So we will be referring this matter to the Committee on Appropriations. Next item, please.
Next item is our proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Benape, a resolution authorizing the pilot implementation of designated public utility vehicle stops on selected corridors in the City of Naga in support of the implementation of the approved local public transport route plan.
Councilor Benafe.
Mr. Chair, this is a resolution calling for the piloting of the certain areas as jeepney stops to support the local public transport route plan, and we intend to pilot 3 areas: Peña Francia Avenue, Magsaysay Avenue, and MT Villanueva. This is for a certain period in order for the city government to be able to assess the effects of this designation of jeepney stops as to the travel time, the time that the passengers will dwell or maghalap duman sa indang designated na lulunadan, yung stop, and also the effect on safety both of the passengers and of the vehicles that will patronize these stops. So I move, Mr. Chair, that we pass a resolution authorizing the pilot implementation of designated public utility vehicle stops on selected corridors in the city of Naga in support of the implementation of the approved local public transport route plan. And I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being objection? Councilor Nathan?
Not an objection. I'm in support of this, Mr. Chair. Pero ano tabi ang na tabing particular na area dyan sa MT Villanueva, sa Peña-Francia, nyo kung saan nila agso stops?
Councilor Omar Buenafe?
Yes, Mr. Chair, nag-urulay na ang satuyang Office of the Mayor through the Urban Transport and Mobility Council with the PSO as members and the PNP and including the LTO. And we did not put it here in the resolution now because we need to coordinate with the DPWH considering that these areas are part of our national roads.
But you now have the designated areas.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the general area, Magsaysay Avenue, Peña-Francia, and MT Villanueva.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So, there being no objection to the motion is approved. We wish to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Dave Bercasio, representative of the City Mayor's Office. So we will go back to item number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8. The rules are suspended. Yes, Councilor Ballimoro.
Chair, may gusto lang po kitang iklaro pertaining to the provision of the contract. First, Mr. Chair, why there is a word rental to the title, New Naga City Rental Housing Project. Why
Rental.
New Naga City Housing Project lang? Why there is a word rental?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So the program is specifically for a rental housing program. My understanding, as we were briefed last night by our colleagues from the HSDO, that this program is designed for rental program. The fund source provides that the money will be used for a housing project that is being rented out to beneficiaries. So bako po siya parehas duman sa ibang program kang 4PH. Kaya garo siya kabali po baga duman sa expanded 4PH program na may iba-ibang modalities na para makataon ning housing for the poor. So iniyo po matao siya ning rental program. Ang sabi po kang pag-iriba sa HSDO, pasiri man po sindegdi pag may ibang details, is that ang makonstruct kang harong ang DSUD tapos papaarkilahan, pero ang cost ang makolekta kan si payment eventually ang city government na din naman mabalik sa inyo. So ibang window po siya, ibang source. Bako ni itong dati po bagang program kang 4PH lang na mga medium rise tapos ipapabakal under sa pag-ibig. Iba ang pagkikiter ka to, iniyo iba man ang ikikiter nindang programa. Ang specifically itong may capacity na mag-rent, na may pang capacity magbakal sa diri ninda. Kaya yan po kaya rental ang title dahil ang program talaga is housing rental program.
Yes, Councilor Ballimoro, follow-up question.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Gusto ko sabihin po, instead of itong payment of amortization to the unit, it will be a rental. So, si mga interested beneficiary will rent the unit.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
This 280 row housing unit.
Yeah po.
So, kasabago Mr. Chair, nabanggit ni Mr. Bercasio na that the payment will be collected by the city government.
Yeah po.
So, gusto ko sabihin, the construction will be free to the city.
Yes.
So, this 400 million plus will be given free to the city. No obligation for repayment.
No obligation for repayment,
Renta.
but we will have to provide for the land where the project will be constructed po.
So, another question, Mr. Chair. May na-identify na bang location for this?
Si original discussion po, ang pagka-explain ni Mayor, dahil nag-igdisinda, nag-ikot po baga si Team Kang Disud, ang nahihiling nindang daga kadto na available siyaon sa Carolina. Pero sabi ni Mayor, bako man yan si intention tatay itong ibang purpose. So banggi po, ang sabi niya, bahang niya ini yung sa may area kang Lerma. Ito bagang may row house ngunya na si mga beneficiaries garo kang nag-attend po sindang summit kadto garo sadit si mga housing units na yaon garo naghahanap man sindang ibang options. So sabi po ni Mr. Campillos may initial discussions and garo willing man mag kaigwan ng reconsideration duman sa housing na available. Tagaro duman naka-use of rack. So subanggi po ang sabi ni Mayor ang inaadalan may pang specific kaya si letter po ni Mayor is binahagad niya na we subject this to ratification once we finalize the agreement. Dahil kabali sa pag-uurulayan sa pagpili kan si most appropriate location for the project po, Mr. Chair.
The budget is 400 million pesos for the construction of the houses.
Yes, Mr. Chair. According to the document given to us by Disud. Yan po si Mr. Salvino in case we have more details to ask.
Mr. Eric Salvino.
Are you telling us that we have a representative coming from the DSU?
From HSDO, our office. And Mr. Salvino can also explain a bit on the nature of the fund and why it's rental, Your Honor, if the
Okay.
Sangguniang will.
We wish to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Eric Salvino.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Good morning.
Yes, according to the suit po, since ang fund maghahali sa escrow funds, hali po duman sa Balance Housing Act, naka-stipulate po kasi duman na a certain percentage lang kang total project ang pwedeng magamit. Di ba si mga compliance kang mga developer, may
Balance
percentage lang po na pwede kang magamit. To fully fund the project, naisip po kang DSUD na para ma-maximize si funding. In-offer nila na rental housing. Sa basement sa mga research and paghapot-hapot mi, ang like in Iloilo, ang rent lang is 800 pesos per month. So, pwede tang explore po ang possibility.
Will this be rent to pay?
No, rental lang.
Oh,
Rental
Okay.
lang po. And dakula din po kasing opportunity, lalo na kung 400 million ang ibababa ng funds.
yeah, I'm just wondering, we have a 400 million budget and we are targeting a total of 280 beneficiaries.
Actually po, yung MOA, that's why...
So how much will be the cost of one unit?
If 400 million divided by 280, that would be around 1.2. Kung dahil po ako nasasala per unit. Dakula po yan sa sarong... kung medium rise, dakula po yan sa sarong unit. Kaya, subject for ratification po yan sa pag-uurulay. Ang medyo lang may urgency ang pagpasa mi kay ini yung memorandum of agreement. Dahil po naghihidali ang satuyang president to implement his housing projects. Kaya po after kaini sabi ni actually nakaulay ko po si Asek Domingo. Kung may mga amendments sa kapag-ulayan, ang importante lang po na ma-secure na si MOA para ma-secure si funding. So, subject for ratification pa po ang siyempre. And pag-urulayan ko anong next steps.
Councilor Albios?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Clarification with Mr. Salvino. Under Article 3, letter P, it says, coordinate with DSOD, Pag-ibig Fund, and other agencies to explore lawful financing mechanism for the continuation of subsequent projects under the expanded 4PH program. Earlier, pagsabi ni ni Mr. Bercasio na ang city ang makolekta sa mga beneficiaries?
Yes. Yan po siguro ang nakalaag dyan sa mga future and the coming partnerships pa with DSUD. For this particular project po, mayong recovery na hahagado ng DSUD. Ang renta, papapasiring po sa syudad, magiging pondo ang syudad ng renta para sa project na ini.
Also, under Article 5, Management of the Expanded Per-Page Project, says, LGU shall collect payment of estate management fee not exceeding 800 pesos per unit, which shall be exclusive of and shall not be construed as any rental or lease payment.
Yes, LGU po ang magmamanage ng pagsingil.
So, gustong sabihin, mayong ibabalik sa DSUD?
Mayo po. Mayo at all.
Any other question or comment? Councilor Serio.
Mr. Chair, ang kwarta sa project, ikan sa national, ibababa sa tuya. Pero itong million, 400 million, medyo awad-awad yan. And then, kita garo ang mapili, ang HSD ang mapili kang beneficiaries, 280 of them. Basis sa mga, informal settlers, yan si piga-apuntang mga urban poor. Yaon sa gilid kang tinampo, ginagamit ang papublikong espasyo, yaon sa may mga creek. Ang hapot ko, ano po, pwede man digding i-consider ta sa mga babatang sweldo mga empleyado. Kadakol man kitang mga empleyado man sa gobyerno, pero baba sa naman, nangangarkilahan sa kung sain-sain. Ano, kabali man sila digding?
Salvino?
Well, ang yaw po kaya sa MOA, informal settlers, ang target beneficiaries. So, pwede pa po siguro, ang target beneficiaries yan priority, yung informal settlers. Pero baka pwede man pagulayan. As long as may guidelines na pwede kitang i-implement na approve kang sanggunian at kang executive.
Follow-up question?
Follow-up. Unbayad kan mga beneficiaries malaog sa kaban kang gobyerno lokal.
Yes po.
Ano maninigo na kay pan ilaog tayo sa sarong trust fund tangaring ipigtiwala yan sa kang gobyerno, pero dapat kita ma-maintain katong project. Nakita ang anggutan kang beneficiaries kung garo sila dyan kawawa ang itsura. Si Tinampo, si Ilaw, si Tubig, si mga basics. Baka maninigo-nigo kitang ko dyan, trust fund for this.
That, yung po 400 na budget, Mr. Chair, construction of units and land development po yan.
Okay. But can you answer the question of Councilor Serio? Councilor Serio was the first chairman of the Urban Poor Program here in Naga City. So he knows a lot about the informal settlers.
If I may answer, Your Honors, I think there's no limitation in the agreement as to how the city would manage, and we would support the idea of having it a trust fund so that it won't be mixed with the other priorities of the city government. Specifically, that there's a mention in 5.3 that the money will be used to operate, manage, and maintain. So, as mentioned by the good honorable Councilor Serio, then the maintenance of the facility, then we'll have a fund source for that, Your Honor.
Given your comment that there will be no limitation,
We're not constrained.
No constraint in terms of in the agreement as to where or what kind of fund.
so we can change the limit of 800 pesos.
No, I'm just on the, if it will be put on a trust fund, Your Honor. That was the concern, I think, of Councilor Serio. So that when the...
So this 800 pesos rent is fixed?
Maximum.
maximum.
Not exceeding.
A maximum, so we can still change.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
Kundi,
Thank you.
pag naglaw na-
Any other question? Yes, Councilor Balimoro.
Mas maganda.
Mr. Chair,
Takon may importa sa pag-maintain.
kung 280 row housing unit, kung vertical siya, pirang floor ang i-construct, and how many square meters daw itong mako-consume na lote for that?
To be honest po, Mr. Chair, mayo pa po akong idea regarding the ining specific na area. So, dahil ko pa po siya ma-imagine. Pero most likely, baka duman lang kita sa 5 floors. Nganing dahil kita mga iponing elevator.
5 floors, you will be needing an elevator.
Apat lang nga nag-require.
Yeah, 4th floor.
4 floors. Yes, I stand corrected. Pero we will let you know po kung igawa ng plano. Saro po yan sa pig-negotiate me with DSUD na makaigwa kitang iba pang areas na i-propose for this project. Nganing mas duman sa area na may mas dakol na nangangay for that kind of project.
Councilor Peñaflor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Para sa kuya, ang garo po ini condominium ang imagination ko po. Na kung same po, dako na pong tabang sa syudad na makaka-ekonomiya kita ka mga urban poor lots na kung same po na matitipon na po itong mga harong na may yung kapasidad na mga pamilya na may kapasidad makabakan. Hindi po, di na kita magpaparabakan yung dako lang daga, kundi saro na lang po na building na matitipon tapos yung mga harong na urban poor beneficiaries na magkaigwang chance na makaistar sa maray na istaran. As in po, ako lang tabang na masipungan ni Markila, bako nang araw ka ito nag-arkila sa mga apartments na dahil kaya kan mga kinapunan. Ako lang tabang po, sigurado sa Naga City na kung saan kitang hanap ng mga daga na mababakal para po sa urban poor. Hindi po saro sa ng daga, halaga na dakol ang makikinabang. Salamat po.
Thank you, Councilor Peñaflor. Any other question? Yes, Councilor Ballimoro.
Mr. Chair, mahapot pa ko. Pirang square meters ang floor plan for a unit?
Nasa between 27 to 32
27.
square meters ang sarong unit pa.
Sige. Mr. Chair,
Condominium type.
araw ka nabanggitan ni Councilor Peñaflor, dako lang tabang inisa sa tuya. Siguro, ayuso na lang si implementing guidelines for this para mas lalong mapakaray si programa. Sayang, ining grant na 400 million pesos. But I just want to manifest, Mr. Chair, na kung sakaling duman sa Lerma site, ilalaag iniyo, itong gabos na mga existing beneficiary for the Lerma Housing Project, since ito deed of usufruct, kung ilalaog manggiraray sinda, for sure, kung duman ilalaag, madidisplay sinda, pero syempre, duman manggiraray sinda, ilalaag. Advantageous sa inda, pero baka pwede, since libre ang paggamit tinda ngunyan duman, dahil na sinda ibali for the 800 pesos monthly rental fee. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we may as well approve the resolution. Councilor Albios?
Given the explanation by Mr. Bercasio and Mr. Salvino, may I reiterate my previous motion for the passage of a resolution authorizing the city mayor to negotiate, enter into, and sign memorandum of agreement with DSUD subject to ratification with the Sangguniang Panlungsod. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? Councilor Serio?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Not an objection. I am for this project. However, ito pong site selection, dapat bako kita duman sa flood-prone area. Ang
Yes.
baga kayan si Consul Aris. Bako duman sa bako duman sa mga prone for liquefaction. Taigwa kayan record an sa tong disaster office. And I would that the project site be approved by the Sangguniang mag-agi sa pagpili kang kuan. Para di kita magpra-problema ngapit na guidelines kung paano. Sumiter sa mo yan.
Okay, so that's
Pati ang design kang
noted.
building, tangarig passive design, bakong dependent sa kuryente, maray ang flow kang ventilation. Okay.
I believe we will still approve the ratification of this item. So, without any objection, the motion is approved. Thank you very much, Mr. Salvino and
Chairman.
Mr. Dave Bercasio, we wish to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Ronnie Amoranto of the City Health Office. Kindly approach the rostrum. We will go back to item number, what's item number 3 of the SBO.
25 million.
The question is, Councilor Mendoza?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My query is on the 25 million. The wording in the MOA is for the Naga City General Hospital. So my query is that for the new NCGH or for the old NCH, Naga City Hospital?
The 25 million is for the old Naga City Hospital for the construction of the new City Health Office. The 30 million is allotted for the the new Naga City General Hospital for the construction of their storage building.
So just to
So we now have
55
3 City Health Offices.
2.
As of now,
As of
2.
now,
2.
with this conversion.
One in Santa Cruz.
The other one is CHO1,
Here.
which will transfer to the old Naga City Hospital.
Okay. So the City Health Office 1 will be transferred to Peña Francia.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Is that
Actually,
correct?
we are, Your Honor, we are planning to make a one City Health Office. Those City Health Office 2 will become a primary care facility, and including for the Peña Francia, dandun yung mga services namin gagawin. The main CHO here in the City Hall compound will remain para dun sa mga admin and businesses na kailangan ni dito. But all the perimeter, including the tawag dito, a Super Health Center in Concepcion Pequeña, all will function as a primary care facility.
Okay, so given the clarifications made by Dr. Amoranto. Yes, Councilor Balimoro.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Nabanggit po ni Doc Amoranto that the medical services will be served by the primary care unit. So the existing City Health Office 1 will now just become an office.
Yes.
Yes,
Your Honor.
How about, Mr. Chair, itong issuance of medical certificate sa siya gigibuhon?
Well, the issuance of medical certificate regarding permits will be here, but the medical certificates will be issued each primary care facility, since duman sinda nahiling kang mga doktor na assigned duman sa each primary care facility.
Just a clarification, Mr. Chair. Ito pong mga mahagad medical certificate for employment sa siya.
Digdi po yan.
Diyan manggira. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So with that, I stand corrected. The old Naga City Hospital will not be the CHO, but will be another primary care facility. So with that, Mr. Chair, I move that we pass a authorizing the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the partnership with the DOH Bicol Center for Health Development in relation to the implementation of the Health Facility Enhancement Program with an allocated amount of 25 million. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? Objection?
No. Just for the record, ang pinag-uulayan si old City Hospital located at Peña Francia Avenue, not the Naga City General Hospital in Balatas.
Okay.
Para malinaw.
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Mr. Chair, the reason pala why I raised this issue because the MOA referred to NCGH. Dapat siguro i-clarify tayo ito.
Yes, sir.
Not
Yes,
the
Your
NCGH. Thank you.
So, there being no objection, the motion is approved. Thank you, Dr. Amoranto.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The rules are back and forth.
before the unfinished. Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Nathan
we
Serio?
are done with the special business or order. Before we the unfinished business.
No, no. We have to focus on the speech given by Councilor
Jokno. Okay.
Jude Jokno. That was a very timely, privileged speech. And I believe we have to come up with a resolution. Now,
Mr. Chair, please give me a little more time because I'm having it prepared in my office, the resolution.
okay, so you will not submit that resolution now?
No, after
Next week
recess,
na,
I
next
think.
week.
After the break?
After the break.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So we will now proceed to... Yes, Councilor Serio?
Move for a break. Ito pong birthday celebrator kaso last week, nagpwesto na dyan sa likod. Appresyaron ta.
Okay.
Si Consial Gale,
Yes.
nakapwesto na da dyan. Kaya appresyaron ta.
Oo. Opo, sige po.
Resume.
Unfinished business. Item number 1 is the committee report for the joint committee hearing of the Committee on Culture and the Arts and the Committee on Land Use for the hearing last February 5.
Committee on Culture and the Arts jointly with the Committee on Land Use. The report will be rendered by the chairman of the Committee on Culture and the Arts, Councilor Nathan Serio.
Mr. Chairman, may I request acknowledgement of this report of the Joint Committee?
Your report is duly acknowledged. Was there a quorum?
There was no quorum, Mr. Chair.
Again, we will convert the
Yes.
plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
Yes, please. For item number 1, proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Frank Mendoza and this representation declaring Naga City Public Cemetery located in Concepcion, Pequeña, Naga City as a local heritage site. May I go directly to the
Yes,
proposition,
please.
Mr. Chair? On motion of Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig, duly seconded by Honorable Mendoza and Mr. Gonzaga, the NCPC representative, the committee resolved to defer consideration of proposed ordinance pending the submission of the relocation survey report of the HSDO, the initial cultural mapping report of the CPO, and the comments of the city mayor's office regarding the development for the Naga City Public Cemetery. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? Any objection? Objection? Councilor Mendoza?
It is not an objection, Mr. Chair. First, the ordinance is jointly authored by this representation and Councilor Nathan Serio. Secondly, in the disposition, with the indulgence of the chair, we include that the donor of the cemetery be
Invited.
heard.
Be heard.
Be invited and be heard either through Zoom or personally during the succeeding committee hearings of the said on the said matter. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Councilor Mendoza.
That's okay with
Councilor
me.
Baldemoro?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I also suggest, Mr. Chair, to post this proposed ordinance in the iGov to undergo the iEngage program.
Okay, so
That's okay with-
no objection. So
Yes.
this will be posted on the iGo.
Another disposition.
So the first disposition,
Is
first
we-
motion, no objection. So
we defer consideration and wait for the report of
motion-
HSDO
no.
and CPO.
We will settle first your first motion.
Yes, yes.
There being no objection, the motion is approved. Proceed to your
Next,
second
we
motion.
resolve further to schedule a public hearing on the proposed ordinance upon submission of all requested reports to the Sangguniang Panlungsod. We will take into consideration the information of Honorable Frank Mendoza on this. That we will involve the donor, the Deliacos, in the discussion. Importante madangluta man po sinda. So move.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That's the known agenda.
Thank you.
Yes, report.
Councilor Serio.
Next report is again the Committee on Culture and the Arts for the hearing last February 5.
Another report will be rendered by the chairman of the Committee on Culture and the Arts.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There was no
Councilor
quorum,
Serio.
so I move that we convert this plenary into a committee of
Again, there was no quorum, so we will convert the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
Item number 1, letter dated October 20, 2025 of Lea Balani, Araling Panlumpunan Coordinator, noted by Ms. Raquel Papa, Principal of Mac Mariano Elementary School, seeking support and assistance for data on the establishment of their school, as well as cultural heritage sa Barangay Balatas, Naga City. For the disposition, Mr. Chair,
Yes, please.
the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend directing the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat to review in its archives any relevant legislation or issuances related to the request and to provide copies thereof if available to Ms. Leah Balani. So move.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item, proposed resolution authored by Honorable Jude Jokno and City Youth Councilor Angelita Balatero, declaring the City of Naga as a thriving community of museums in the Bicol region, expressing support for the Naga City Museums Association and the local museum industry. For the disposition, Mr. Chair, considering the absence of the proponents of the proposed ordinance, the committee resolved to defer consideration of the matter and to calendar the same for the next scheduled committee hearing. So move.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Ining disposition, Mr. Chair, request man ni Honorable Jude Jokno dahil harayo siya kang panahon na yan, yun siya sa lupi, nagninong sa kasal. Kaya, law of physics, you cannot be into two locations at the same time.
Okay.
Third item, proposed ordinance authored by Councilor John Sebastian Flores, sponsored by Honorable Gil Rosales, directing the semestral cleanup and evaluation of all public parks and plazas, heritage sites, museums, national shrines, and other sites with historical significance in the City of Naga. For the disposition, Mr. Chair,
Yes, please.
on motion of Honorable Alan Reyes Macaraig, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the endorsement of the proposed ordinance to the City Mayor's Office for the issuance of an appropriate executive order, including the formation of necessary task force for the improvement of the identified public plazas and heritage sites. So move.
Any second? Any objection? Objection, Councilor Mendoza?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The disposition calls for the formation of a task force to address the identified problem on public plazas. But we already have the city
Itong opisina.
parks, recreation, facilities management office, which has that mandate for maintaining plazas. Maybe instead of creating another, the executive can direct the CPFRMO to be more assiduous in maintaining our public plazas and heritage sites, considering that that is under their mandate.
That's why in the
Yes,
disposition, Mr.
Councilor
Chair,
Serio.
we endorse the matter to the City Mayor's Office for the issuance of an appropriate executive order. Siguro, ang Mayor's Office na, ang magkuhan naman sa opisina ni Engineer Lim na inyang mga gibuhon, natuyaw kang sa tuyang youth councilor na pagkatapos ka mga activity, medyo ang parong da duman sa plaza, siring ka yan. Garo, tapos duman sa committee hearing, Mr. Chair, ang paliwanag ni Engineer Lim, kami nga ang in charge nga sa landscaping. Si paglinig nga duman is WMO. Kaya nga, pero nagtatabang na nga kami sa paglinig. Kaya sa iling ko, actionable ini kang executive ka, pag-endorse na lang sa executive. Then no further discussion digdi sa sanggunian.
Okay, so we will refer this to the City Mayor's Office.
Yes, but the disposition says formation of the necessary task force. Maybe it can be, with due respect, it can be amended. Instead to direct the CPFRMO to perform its functions as per its mandate.
So move as amended.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Another disposition, resolved further that the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat be directed to retrieve from its archives the proposed ordinance authored by the former City Councilor Joe Perez regarding the guidelines for the use and maintenance of public plazas for review and possible refiling in the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod. Ideya ini ni Councilor Jess Albius ta igwada ang katong 14th Sanggunian na detalyadong gigibuhon na garo guidelines manungod sa mga plazas. Ano ang mga dapat gigibuhon dyan? Susugman sa national directive sa NHCP, dahil kita nagsusuway sa kasuguan kang national office.
Okay, so
So move.
no objection. So the motion is approved.
Number 4 item, proposed ordinance. Actually, simultaneously tackle so proposed ordinance ni Councilor Melvin Ramon Buenafe, the renaming of Plaza Quezon to Plaza Quezon Dinaga. At saka simultaneously tackle itong sa kuya man na proposed ordinance renaming Plaza Quezon into Plaza Areola in honor of Don Tomas Areola. So, may I go directly, Mr. Chair, to the disposition?
Yes, please.
On motion of Mr. Dennis Gonzaga, the NCPC representative, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend seeking clarification from the National Historical Commission of regarding the two proposed ordinances, renaming Plaza Quezon to Plaza Quezon Dinaga and to Plaza Areola. So move. So haputon ta ang initiative kani.
So in other words, you haven't consulted the National Historical Commission?
Not yet.
Okay.
So we will send copy.
So, motion?
So move.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That's all, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Baldimoro.
A clarification lang, Mr. Chair. Same day ba, pig-held ini yung duwang committee hearing?
Iyo tabi. Inunot may ito, tanaynot na nagluwas o notice sa Committee on Culture, tapos nagkunyan kita, session. Sabi ko, isabay ko na yan duman. Pero right after the Committee on Culture hearing, pagkatapos na kami, pigpunan mo itong joint committee hearing with land use. Kasarong matter man lang tabi, Councilor Elmer.
Thank you, Mr. K.
Okay, thank
Same
you.
day.
Thank you, Councilor Nathan Serio.
Thank you, that's all.
Next item, please.
Next item is a letter dated February 5 from Mr. Arthur Abunal, City GSO Head, pertaining to the proposed ordinance on promoting and enhancing security and safety in the city of Naga, requiring all streets, sidewalks, and passageways to be properly lighted.
Councilor Omar Buenafe. Still pending with the Committee on Laws and Ordinances, okay?
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jesse Albios and SC Councilor Simeon Jesus Adan Jr., requiring submission of a comprehensive environmental management plan for building permits application in the city of Naga.
Councilor Jesse Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This proposed ordinance is being presented for second reading. The title is Proposed Ordinance Requiring Submission of a Comprehensive Environmental Management Plan for Building Permit Applications in the City of Naga and Providing Penalties Therefore. Under Section 1, says the title, Environmental Management Plan Ordinance of Naga City. Section 2, it contains the legal basis for this particular ordinance. Section 3, the Declaration of Policy. And Section 4, Definition of Terms. Environmental Management Plan is defined as a document outlining strategies to mitigate environmental impacts of a construction project, including drainage, waste, energy, and ecological concerns. Sa present setup, Mr. Chair, pag nag-apply ng building permits, ang pag-take into consideration ang structural, electrical, plumbing, with regards naman sa building alone. Pero with this environmental management plan, kabali digdi ang flood mitigation, waste disposal, including air and water control. Ang coverage po kanina, Mr. Chair, under the Section 5 are residential areas with more than 200 square meters floor area. Number 2, commercial. Number 3, industrial. And number 4, institutional. And any development projects with potential environmental impact as per evaluation of the City Environment and Natural Resources Office, except those with environmental compliance certificate issued by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. So, ang requirement for EMP,
Any development project, less S.
yes, Mr. Chair. Ang EMP po must include a comprehensive plan duly signed and sealed by a professional environmental planner. During the committee hearings, inputs from the urban planners from the Senro and SWAMO were incorporated in this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair. Also, the minimum contents of the environmental management plan as provided by the Senro and the urban planners are included in this proposed ordinance. Section 11, what are the prohibited acts? The following acts are hereby prohibited. Commencing construction without an approved environmental management plan issued by Senro. Operating a development or establishment without a valid compliance certificate. Number 3, submission of falsified, plagiarized, or misleading EMP documents, including forged signatures or inaccurate environmental data. Number 4, non-compliance with the approved EMP provisions during construction or operation. Number 5, failure to implement mitigation strategies stated in the EMP. Number 6, obstruction or refusal to cooperate during monitoring or inspection conducted by Senro. And number 7 is tampering with or altering an approved EMP without prior review and reapproval by Senro. So under Section 12, we have the penal provisions. For the first offense, we have a fine of 3,000 pesos. Second offense is 5,000 pesos. And third offense, fine of 5,000 pesos and imprisonment of up to 90 days upon the discretion of the court. The implementing agencies for this ordinance will be the City Environment and Natural Resources Office. So with this, Mr. Chair, the proponent is willing to answer queries or comments from the members of the...
Any comment? Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My first query is, are projects of the city government covered by this requirement? For instance, tunnel outpost, multipurpose building, school building, etc.
Councilor Albios.
Yes, Mr. Chair, as requested by the Senro.
So all City Hall projects will be covered by this ordinance.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And in that case, Mr. Chair, who would be responsible for preparing the EMP of city government projects?
Councilor Albios.
The City Environment and Natural Resources Office has urban planner in that particular office, and they will assist the city government and the barangays in the formulation of the environment management plan.
And the same entity would be the approving entity for the EMP?
Considering that it's the same government entities, Mr. Chair, the assistance will be provided by Senro, and I think it is to the best interest of the city and the barangay if the guidance and assistance provided by Senro and leading to the approval of the EMP.
But as pointed out by Councilor Mendoza, the Senro will be submitting the proposal, and the Senro will be approving the proposal. Something is terribly wrong in that particular situation.
Unless, Mr. Chair, that a certain environmental compliance certificate is obtained from the DNR, Department of Environment and Natural Resources Office.
So what is your counter proposal to the question of Councilor Mendoza?
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please, Councilor Mendoza.
I am amenable to having the ENRO prepare the EMP, considering that they have the competence for such matter, with the condition that they ensure that city government projects would be compliant with the concerns raised in that ordinance. maybe we can put a statement there wherein the EMP for city government projects should be prepared by the ENRO,
And
consistent with the ordinance and other environmental laws and regulations.
it should be consistent with the ordinance. Okay.
I have other queries, Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, please.
Stated under section 5, residential buildings, 5, section 5. It states here, 5.1, residential with more than 200 square meters floor area. My question is that 200 square meter the footprint of the building or the total floor area? Meaning to say, kung multi-story, that 200 would include the second floor, third floor, or does it mean only the footprint of the building, the
As
first
per
floor?
understanding during the committee hearing is the footprint of the building.
The footprint.
So can we state so that that 200 square meter refers to the footprint of the building? Para lang clear.
Any other question?
There is also a provision under mitigation plan. That's section 8. Section 8 under letter E. Letter E. It states there that the EMP should be supported by a zoning certification based on the zoning ordinance. A zoning certification is already issued when you apply for a business building permit. Kumbaga, since nagsubmit namin ng zoning certification, si applicant, can we just dispense with that requirement in consonance with the ease of doing business law? Kumbaga, dahil na pagparadagdagan sa requirement, kung na-receive naman kang building office, then no need to require the same document.
Will that be okay with you, Councilor Albios?
Meaning to say, Mr. Chair, the Honorable Mendoza is requesting to remove letter E.
If with the agreement of the proponent, Mr. Chair.
Okay, the proponent is amenable, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Any other question?
Likewise, Mr. Chair, under section 10.3, nakalag po dyan is only upon issuance of a compliance certificate by ENRO shall the CEO proceed with the processing and approval of the building permit. Kung baga, dahil sino makakapoon, mag-process ang building office until such time na may itaon ng compliance certificate ang ENRO. My suggestion, Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the proponent, baka pwedeng parallel, nganing sabay-sabay na. Pero, dahil approve rin ang building permit until igwaning compliance certificate. In other words, the city building office will not be constrained by the absence of the compliance certificate. Pwede na sila mag-apply. Pero, hindi i-issue ang building permit until such time na ma-receive si compliance certificate.
So,
Do you agree, Councilor Albios?
Yes, Mr. Chair. In effect, the Honorable Mendoza is requesting that we omit number 3.
Actually, pwedeng i-omit yan because in other portions of the ordinance, ugwanan ning sinasabi na dahil mag-issue ng building permit until may compliance certificate.
So, you agree?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Any question?
That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Mendoza. Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May we request to the Secretariat to flash on screen Section 5, average of this proposed...
Section 5.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For the commercial, Mr. Chair, could the proponent is amenable for item number 2, for commercial, dagdagan po siya with more than 100 square meters floor area. My concern, Mr. Chair, is itong mga saradit man lang na building, kung either commercial siya, should not require for this requirement.
Are you amenable to the proposal of Councilor Ballimoro, Councilor Albios?
The proposal is under commercial with more than 100 square.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Singarig itong mga less than 100, they na required to submit for this.
Will that be okay with you, Councilor Albios?
Yes, Mr. Chair, this representation is amenable to the proposal.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any other comment or question? Councilor Rosales.
I'm concerned about the coverage of this ordinance with residential buildings. I don't think that residential buildings are critical projects that we should require them to submit environmental management plan prior to issuance of a building permit. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, some subdivisions are already being required to secure an environmental clearance certificate from the DNR before they are allowed to pursue their project. So I think we could start first with commercial, industrial, and institutional.
So
and
you are
do away with
suggesting
residential.
to omit the...
I'm proposing, Mr. Chairman, that we
Yes.
remove residential
Councilor
buildings.
Albios, do you agree with the proposal of Councilor Rosales?
During the committee hearing, Mr. Chair, this is one of the requests of the Senro representatives that we include. In fact, para di po maapektaran si mga saradit man na harong, pig-qualify naman si more than 200 square meters na residential. Kasi ang pighiling po rinda, may epekto na din siya sa mga pagtarahe, pag-arog ng kadakula.
Okay, Councilor Rosales.
My position remains, Mr. Chairman. I
That
think
residential areas be omitted from that particular list.
residential buildings, Mr. Chairman,
Residential
not be
buildings.
required to comply with
Councilor Albios.
This representation request extra time. I will consult with the Senro, and together the representation will be providing the revised copy based on the suggestions made by the Honorable Mendoza, Honorable Baldemoro on the next regular session, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so we will defer discussion of this proposed ordinance.
Yes, considering, Mr. Chair, that there are revisions on the proposed ordinance.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
The next item is the committee report of the Committee on Land Use for the hearing last February 5.
Committee on Land Use, headed by Councilor Jesse Albios.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Land Use.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held on February 5, 2026, and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum.
Item number 1 is letter dated December 5, 2025, from the City Planning and Development Office submitting a revised land allocation computation relative to the application of Engineer John Paulo Pablo, Product Development, Bicol of Golden Brea Holdings, Incorporated, for a development permit of the proposed Golden Haven Memorial Parks, Incorporated. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Considering that the matter had already been duly disposed of during the previous committee hearing, the committee resolved to take note thereof and to await the submission of the complete technical evaluation report of the City Planning and Development Office for the information of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 2 is letter dated January 23, 2026, of the City Planning Development Office submitting their technical evaluation of the documents submitted by Engineer Rolando Campillos, HSDO head, pertaining to his application for policy of the proposed Panikwasan Barangay site. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Considering the favorable endorsement of the City Planning Development Office and upon compliance with all the documentary requirements on motion of the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, duly seconded by Honorable Baldemoro, Honorable Mendoza, and Engineer De Los Reyes, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of a resolution approving the preliminary approval and locational clearance of the Panikwasan Barangay site as presented. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Resolved further to direct the Housing Settlements and Development Office to submit an inventory of all urban poor sites with incomplete requirements together with their respective timetables for compliance and completion. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Councilor Jesse Albios. Next item, please.
Next item is a letter dated February 5 from Mr. Marvin Sagon, Acting City Enro Head, submitting their comments and recommendation in the proposed rainwater collection and utilization ordinance.
Any comment? Councilor Baldemoro?
To refer this to the committee handling the proposed ordinance. But I
Committee
think-
on Environment?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Next is the email letter dated January 27 of Nidia Delpin Cluster 5 NYC Naga Area Office, Regional Youth Development Division, National Youth Commission, submitting their comments on the proposed SK Anti-Corruption and Fiscal Integrity Ordinance.
Councilor Jefferson Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This matter, Mr. Chair, is pending under the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Okay, thank you. Next item.
Next is a letter dated February 2 of Attorney Chris Liaño, City Legal Office, containing the review and legal inputs on the proposed SK Corruption and Fiscal Integrity Ordinance.
Again, Councilor Felix.
Say, Mr. Chair, this is still pending under the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report on the Committee on Health, Nutrition, and jointly with LO, dated February 4.
The report will be rendered by Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, for the Committee on Health and Nutrition, joined with Committee on Laws and Ordinances, may I request acknowledgement?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
It was held last February 4. There was no
quorum, so-
no quorum, Mr. Chair.
So again, we will be converting the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
The first item is a letter dated December 23, 2025 of Mr. Anastasio Godesano, the second branch manager of Picolandia Drug Corporation, containing his comments on the proposed ordinance on bridge fill program. Together with that, this item was also taken up, a letter from Alan Ray submitting a draft of a proposed ordinance entitled Naga City Bridging Refill Program for Continuity of General Maintenance and Compassionate Pharmacy Practice. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Mendoza, duly seconded by Honorable Albios and Honorable Serio, the committee resolved to recommend to the plenary that the proposed bridge refill policy be elevated to the concerned national agencies such as the FDA and DOH and to Congressman Nelson S. Legacion of the 3rd Congressional District of Camarines Sur for appropriate action. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The second item is the letter dated January 21, 2026 of the City Mayor requesting for an authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with Zaire Pharmaceuticals Corporation relative to the provision of medicines and supplies under the Naga City General Hospital Consignment Program. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Albios, duly seconded by the Honorable Serio, the committee resolved to recommend to the plenary the passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Zaire Pharmaceutical Corporation for the provision of medicines and supplies under the Naga City General Hospital Consignment Program. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The third item is a proposed ordinance by the Honorable Mendoza titled An Ordinance Institutionalizing Consignment as an Alternative to the Regular Modes of Procurement of Drugs and Medicines by City Government Health Facilities. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Albios, duly seconded by the Honorable Serio, the committee resolved to recommend to the plenary that the Naga City General Hospital, the City Health Offices 1 and 2, and Our Lady of Lourdes Infirmary be furnished with copies of the proposed ordinance for their comments, and that said comments be submitted to the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat within 7 days of receipt. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That's all for the report, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Gay Labunal Gomez.
Next is the
Next item.
Next is the committee report of the Committees on Ways and Means dated February 5, 2026.
Committee on Ways and Means, headed by Councilor Frank Mendoza.
May I request acknowledgement of this report, Mr. Chair?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The Committee on Ways and Means held its hearing on February 5, 2026 with only one agenda.
With quorum?
Nearly we have a quorum with 4 members present.
So we are converting the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First item, proposed ordinance authored by this representation entitled An Ordinance Localizing Section 11 of Republic Act Number 11032 or Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018. Amending Ordinance Number 2004-123 or the Revised Revenue Code of Naga City, particularly Section 48 thereof, by setting the anniversary date as the date of renewal of mayor's permit, prescribing guidelines for its implementation and for other purposes. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to elevate to the Sangguniang Panlungsod, acting as a committee of the whole, the proposed ordinance incorporating the improvements discussed during its hearing, including the shortening of its title to now read as follows: an ordinance setting the date of renewal of the mayor's permit on the anniversary date of its issuance, prescribing guidelines for its implementation and for other purposes, and to recommend for its approval on second reading. If I may present the proposed ordinance.
Yes, please.
So essentially, the intent of this proposed ordinance is to enable new businesses to renew their mayor's permit on the date they applied for a mayor's permit. Dati kaya nangyayari, kung nag-apply ng November, ma-expire ang mayor's permit December, tapos ma-apply January. Now with this ordinance, kung nag-apply ng November, ma-renew siya November of the following year. This is allowed under the Ease of Doing Business Law. Sinasabi po duman na ang sarong local government unit may option to allow new business establishments to renew their mayor's permit on the anniversary date basta may ordinance na pinagpasar ang Sangguniang Panlungsod. So, under Section 1, hindi po si title. Under Section 2, this ordinance shall apply to all business enterprises, whether sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, or cooperatives established in Naga City after the effectivity of this ordinance. So this would apply to new business establishments. May mga definition kita on anniversary date, registration date, unified application form, days. Hindi po sa days, piglinaw ta lang na we are referring to calendar days, not working days. Section 4, ini po si main amendment. This amends Section 48 of the Local Revenue Code of Naga City. It will now read as follows: business taxes and mayor's permit fees, new businesses. Business taxes and fees for newly started businesses shall be paid upon application before the start of operation. Siyempre. Renewal of mayor's permit. Ini po si pinakamit. The renewal of mayor's permit and the payment of the corresponding local business taxes, fees, and charges without penalty shall be made on or before the anniversary date of the issuance of the mayor's permit. Validity, ang validity is 1 year. So kung nagpun yan March, matapos yan March. Bakong araw kan dati, kung nagpun within the year, matapos December. Next, quarterly installments for business taxes. Hindi po siya nag-opt na imbis na bayaran bilog sa indang obligasyon sa syudad, pag-aapaton on a quarterly basis. Ang first quarter, due on or before the anniversary date. Second quarter, on or before the 20th day of the 4th month following the anniversary date. Kung Enero baga, ang renewal mo kan Abril, that is the 4th month. So, hindi piglag taman 4th month. Third quarter, on or before the 20th day of the 7th month following the anniversary date. Fourth quarter, on or before the 20th day of the 10th month following the anniversary date. And also, the Sangguniang is empowered to extend the deadlines by not exceeding 1 month. Section 5, integration of barangay clearance. Under the law, the Ease of Doing Business Law, the city treasurer can collect in behalf of the barangays. Pero araw kang praktista, kung yaon man lang si mga barangay treasurer, sila na mag-collect. Kung city ang ma-collect, i-remit man lang sa barangay, kung yaon si treasurer kang barangay, di direkta na, less transactions na involved. Under Section 6, notice of expiration, ang CTO po has been given the task of notifying business establishments either through letter or preferably through electronic means kansa indang anniversary date. Naning kuminsan kaya baka di sila tuod na bago na pala ng sistema. And we are also mandating the ITO to adjust a system to enable ito pong registration by anniversary date, and certain other conditions is included in this section. Ang existing system kaya is tailored na ang renewal is on the first 20 days of January. And then we have the separability, repealing, and effectivity clause. I'm open to comments. And questions
or comments? Councilor Rosales.
The Section 5 states, Mr. Chairman, that the barangay clearance shall be integrated in the city mayor's permit process. I understand this is intended to work whole year round. Is that correct?
Yes.
Honorable Mendoza, Mr. Chairman. So, my concern, Mr. Chairman, is I'm not sure if the barangays, well, first of all, Mr. Chairman, the law already states that this is already allowed. Correct, Mr. Chairman. So, there would be no need for the business owners to go to the barangays to secure a business clearance.
That is the intent, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so all businesses will go directly to the city.
Yes.
And that is not optional. That is, there will be no option anymore to go to the barangay. Is that the intent, Mr. Chairman?
The law is silent. I think kung mas convenient duman sa business establishment na magawa ng clearance direct from the barangay, I think we can allow it. Considering na located man siya duman sa barangay na to.
Okay. Are we also going to require the small business owners to go directly to the city? Because I understand some business owners just opt to request for barangay clearances, barangay business clearances, and not with the city government permit, mayor's permit. So I am, if we will take that function from the barangay will no longer have the business owners will no longer have the option to just apply for barangay business clearance.
This ordinance only covers business clearance related to the application for a mayor's permit. All other business clearance is not under the scope of this ordinance. As stated earlier, we can allow establishments to get their barangay clearance even for the purpose of the mayor's permit from their barangay, considering that those establishments are in that barangay.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Okay. Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, on my understanding, only the renewal of barangay clearance shall be integrated into the city mayor's permit processes. The new businesses shall go to the barangay itself. So ito lang pong mga renewal lang, itong integrated digdi sa Satoya, lalo pag nagkakandak kita ng business one-stop shop. Pag newly operated business, they will go to the barangay hall. Kasi ang barangay ma-check man katong business concern.
Okay, Councilor Mendoza.
I think it's related to the comments of Councilor Oying. The same answer, they can get their clearance from the barangay.
Okay.
Another, Mr. Chair, if I
Yes, a follow-up question, Councilor Baldemoro.
First, Mr. Chair, may I suggest that a public hearing be done to invite the MNCCI for this proposed ordinance. Second, posting in the Naga City Government page in compliance with the I-Engage program, and also seek legal opinion from our city legal officer. Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
Councilor Mendoza, reaction?
I have no problem with that, Mr. Chair. Pero I recall the posting would be the task of the Secretariat. And also, if I may...
So, in effect, you haven't consulted the Metro Naga Chamber of Commerce and Industry?
I recall, Mr. Chair, that a public hearing was called for this purpose, but we can check with the Secretariat. In that case, Mr. Chair, I am amenable to holding a public hearing for this purpose. If I may also...
Yes, please.
I believe Councilor Albios has a comment also on this ordinance.
Councilor Albios.
A while ago, I asked Sir Frank that under Section 7 of the Joint Memorandum Circular, it says, the city or municipality may have the option to renew business permits within the first month of the year or the anniversary date of the issuance of the business permit. So with this ordinance, we are setting the date on the anniversary date. However, there are some businesses na mas preferred pa din na itong one business shop kasi yaw na dyan gabos dahil na kay pon mag hanap pa sa mga opisina. So ang proposal sa bago is magkaigwa ng transition para sa pag-establish ng
One-stop shop.
one-stop shop.
Reaction, Councilor Mendoza.
Much appreciated, ini pong comment ni Councilor Doc Albios. So, if I may request the Secretariat to flash the proposed inclusion in the ordinance. Given the concern of Councilor Albios, that's doctor's handwriting. I am proposing that we include another section after section 7. That would be section 8 to read. Section 8, year-round business one-stop shop. To operationalize the renewal of mayor's permits on their anniversary date, a year-round business one-stop shop shall be made operational within 6 months from effectivity of this ordinance. That would address the concern. So, year-round, igwa na kitang boss, tanganing itong problema na baka suruhayan, ma-address na. Siguro dikit na editing, duwa na pala ng operationalized dyan.
Councilor Balimoro.
Mr. Chair, on my understanding, on the ease of doing business, the business one-stop shop is required on a year-round activity, not only for the month of January.
Okay.
That's true, Mr. Chair. This one makes it more explicit, and we are giving ourselves a 6-month deadline to operationalize that. In fact, halo na pong intent yan na pagtiripunon, kaya lang dahil nangyayari. Hopefully with this ordinance, that would materialize.
Anyway, we will still conduct a public hearing. So we will defer discussion of this proposed ordinance.
Thank you,
Next
Mr. Chair.
item, please. Thank you, Councilor Mendoza.
Next is the committee report with the Committee on Laws and Ordinances on the hearing dated February 6.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Councilor Oying Rosales.
May I move for the acknowledgement of the report for meeting held yesterday or on Friday, Mr. Chairman.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
There was no quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Again, we convert the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
The first item, the lone item, Mr. Chairman, is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo B. Felix, establishing a comprehensive anti-corruption and fiscal integrity framework to promote accountability, public trust, and responsible youth governance in the Sangguniang Kabataan of Naga City. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to await the submission of the revised draft of the proposed ordinance, incorporating the comments made during the committee hearing, as well as those from the other concerned offices. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Depends my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor Rosales. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on People Empowerment and Good Governance dated February 6.
Report of the Committee on People Empowerment and Good Governance to be rendered by Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, for the Committee on People Empowerment and Good Governance, may I request acknowledgement of this report.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The meeting was held last February 6. There was no quorum, Mr. Chair.
Again, no quorum, and the plenary is converted into the Committee of the Whole.
The first item was a letter dated January 13 from Annalyn B. Lampad, the President of Abelia Vendors, submitting their application for accreditation as a non-government organization under the People Empowerment Ordinance of the City of Naga. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Considering that all documentary requirements have been complied with, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution approving the application for accreditation of the Abelia Vendors Association as a civil society organization in the City of Naga. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The second item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Aris Macaraig mandating the inclusion of anti-graft and corruption clause in all contracts, deeds, agreements, or instruments creating rights and obligations for the city government of Naga. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to defer consideration of the proposed ordinance, considering the absence of the proponent.
Okay,
So move, Mr. Chair. Resolved further to direct the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat to furnish the City Legal Office with the proposed ordinance for their review and recommendation. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The third and last item is the letter from the Office of the City Mayor requesting passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the Naga City People's Council in relation to the people participation in local governance. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Because part of the agreement, Mr. Chair, is for the NCPC to present their annual investment plan and their accomplishment report, thus the presentation of the EIP during the committee hearing. So the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution authorizing the city mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the Naga City People's Council in relation to the people participation in local governance or the People Empowerment Fund. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection?
That's all,
Objection, Councilor Rosales?
I'm not objecting to the passage of a resolution to authorize the city mayor to enter into a MOA. My concern, Mr. Chairman, is the annual investment plan of the NCPC. I don't think it was already endorsed by the City Development Council because we already approved the 2026 AIP last year.
Yes.
And this constitutes, or the details of the lump sum appropriation which we have approved last year, which is now here being presented to us, constitutes as an amendment to our annual investment plan, which should be duly endorsed by the City Development Council through a supplemental AIP, Mr. Chairman. So while we may pursue or proceed with the authority to the city mayor, but still the AIP of the People Empowerment still go through the City Development Council for due endorsement, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you,
So
Councilor.
can we just add to the
Rosales?
disposition, Mr. Chairman, to also refer the details of their annual investment plan 2026 to the City Development Council for endorsement.
Okay,
Yes,
Councilor Gayla Bonal Gomez?
Yes, Mr. Chair, in fact, that was also brought up during the committee hearing. The CSO desk officer was present, and the NCPC was reminded to follow the procedure that we usually have in the LGU. So that was also taken note of. But I agree with Honorable Rosales, so we will add to the disposition that the AIP of the NCPC be subject to the City Development Council for its approval.
Okay, thank you.
That's all for the report, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
So there was no objection to the proposed resolution? No objection. Next item, please.
Next, the committee report of the Committee on Appropriation on the hearing dated February 9.
Committee on Appropriations headed by Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I request for the acknowledgement of the committee report of the Committee on Appropriation.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
There was no quorum, Mr. Chair.
Again, there was no quorum, so we are converting the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First item endorsement dated January 29, 2026 of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Barangay Carolina for review. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Jesse R. Albius, duly seconded by the Honorable Gomez and Ms. Diasis, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Barangay Carolina for calendar year 2026 embodied under Appropriation Ordinance Number 2025-02 involving the amount of 12,782,541 pesos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 2, endorsement of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Barangay Tabuco for calendar year 2026 for review. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Jesse R. Albius, duly seconded by Ms. Diasis, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Barangay Tabuco for calendar year 2026 embodied under Appropriation Ordinance Number 2026-001 involving the amount of 8,517,721 pesos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 3, endorsement of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Barangay Sabang for calendar year 2026 for review. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Motion of Honorable Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez, duly seconded by the Honorable Albius and Ms. Diasis. The committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Barangay Sabang embodied under Appropriation Ordinance Number 2025-004 involving the amount of 11,682,370 pesos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 4, endorsement of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Barangay Igualdad for review. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Jesse R. Albius, duly seconded by Ms. Diasis, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Barangay Igualdad for calendar year 2026 embodied under Appropriation Ordinance Number 2025-011 involving the amount of 7,423,439 pesos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 5, endorsement of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Igualdad for review. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Motion of Honorable Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez, duly seconded by the Honorable Albius and Ms. Diasis. The committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Igualdad, Naga City, involving the amount of 742,343 pesos and 90 centavos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Last item, item number 6, letter dated January 19, 2026 of the Honorable Angelo Bendiola, Punong Barangay of Igualdad, Naga City, requesting for the release of barangay support fund pertaining to his barangay in the amount of 500,000 pesos for calendar year 2024 to 2025. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to direct the City Budget Office to determine whether the allocation for Barangay Support Fund o Barangay Igualdad for fiscal year 2024 and 2025 had been obligated, and if not, to identify possible funding sources for the release of the same. And resolve further, Mr. Chair, to direct Barangay Igualdad to submit its proposed program and projects for the requested Barangay Support Fund. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends my report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Elmer Baldemoro. Next item, please.
Next, the committee report of the Committee on Infrastructure on the hearing dated February 9.
Committee on Infrastructure, headed by Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I request acknowledgement of the...
Your report is duly acknowledged.
This is a public hearing on a proposed ordinance by this representation conducted yesterday. The first item is a proposed ordinance authored by this representation adopting the Constructors Performance Evaluation System Plus in the City of Naga, designating the Naga City Project Monitoring Committee as the implementing unit, prescribing guidelines for its implementation. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
After a very lengthy deliberation participated by various contractors of the City of Naga, the disposition is the committee resolved to defer consideration of the matter and to direct the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat to furnish all concerned constructors with a copy of the proposed ordinance for the reference and to request that their written comments be submitted to the Sangguniang Panlungsod within 15 days from receipt thereof. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Second. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends my report.
Thank you, Councilor Frank Mendoza. Next item, please.
Next is the letter dated February 6 from the City Legal Office, submitting their legal opinion on the proposed resolution entitled Resolution Requesting the National Government to Study the Feasibility of Exempting Private and Public Employees from paying individual income taxes to promote consumer spending, encourage savings, generation, and stimulate economic growth.
Who is the author of this proposed ordinance? Councilor Serio, please.
Mr. Chair, that opinion should be referred to the appropriate committee. I think LO. Sa LO ba yan naka...
So we will refer this comments from the City Legal Office to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated February 6 from the iGov Program Office, submitting their consolidated feedback gathered from our social media channels upon their conducted posting activity with reference to our implementation of the I-Engage Ordinance on the proposed ordinance, Naga City Zero Carbon Policy Ordinance.
Councilor Diokno.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we will be integrating all the comments on the I-Engage on the next hearing. I think we will finally come up with the final draft of the ordinance, Mr.
So
Chair.
we will refer this to the Committee on Environment.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez and Honorable Maria Nilda de Guzman SC Councilor, proposed local emergency response ordinance for persons with mental illness, prevention of violent acts, and assignment of responsibility for care and liability to immediate family, legal guardian, or nearest kin.
Councilor Gay Labunal Gomez.
This is pending under the Committee on Health and Nutrition.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Health. Next item, please.
Next is another proposed ordinance by the Honorable Hilda Gay Labunal Gomez, an ordinance promoting responsible and trauma-sensitive reporting by media entities, campus publications, and social media content creators, providing guidelines, enumerating prohibited acts, prescribing duties, and imposing penalties for violations thereof.
Again, Councilor Gay Labunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, this is with the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Next
Next
item.
Next is a letter dated February 1st from the Camarines Sur Press Club, transmitting regarding their comment on the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Hilda Gil Abunal Gomez concerning the promotion of responsible reporting on trauma-sensitive news, including its guidelines, prohibited acts, duties of media entities, and corresponding penalties.
So we will refer this to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Councilor Gay Labunal Gomez.
I think the letter says that they will have yet
Submit.
to look into the ordinance. So once they submit their comments, Mr. Chair, that will be referred also to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Okay. Next item, please.
New business.
New business. Okay.
Item number 1 is a letter dated.
Yes, Councilor Rosales.
I received the proposed resolution of the Honorable Jude Jokno.
Yes. Okay.
May we first take it up, Mr. Chairman, before new business?
Yes, before we proceed to the new business, we will tackle the proposed resolution of Councilor Jude Jokno.
Hello, Mr. Chair. In relation to my privileged speech earlier, may I move for a passage of a resolution entitled Resolution Expressing the Firm and Unequivocal Affirmation and Support to the National Government in its continued defense and protection of our maritime and sovereign rights in the West Philippine Sea. Mr. Chair.
Okay.
May I move for the passage of this resolution, Mr. Chair?
On joint and collective motion?
Joint and collective, Mr. Chair.
Joint and collective. Shall we not declare somebody as proposed by Councilor Mendoza as... Okay, thank you. Censored. Next item, please.
Under new business, item number 1, a letter dated February 2 of the Office of the City Mayor endorsing the proposed amendment to the previous proposed ordinance forwarded by the Public Safety Office regarding the establishment of the Naga City Center for Safety and Resilience.
We will refer this to the Committee on Public Safety. Okay.
Next is the first endorsement dated February 3 of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Del Rosario.
Committee on Appropriations.
Another endorsement from the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Sabang.
Committee on Appropriations.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza entitled Resolution Respectfully Requesting His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to amend Section 5 of Executive Order Number 64, Series of 2024, otherwise known as updating the salary schedule for civilian government personnel and authorizing the grant of an additional allowance and for other purposes, and its implementing budget
Committee
circular.
on Organizational Development.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
that resolution was drafted in response to the discussion during the recess last session. But upon further study, I think that resolution would not progress because it is seeking an amendment of Executive Order Executive Order number 64 mandating the salary standardization. The problem, Mr. Chair, is that EO 64 is based on a law. In other words, we cannot seek an amendment of EO 64 because that would be in transgression of an earlier law on salary standardization. With that, Mr. Chair, I am moving that the same be withdrawn from
Okay. Withdrawn.
as well as another resolution seeking support from various leagues.
So we will withdraw this resolution. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated February 4 of Attorney Josephine Villarosa Rosales raising some issues pertaining to vendors occupying sidewalks along busy city streets during office hours.
Committee on Market Affairs.
Next is a referral from the City Mayor forwarding the letter of Jeffrey Ramos, Nasipodrip, requesting for the cancellation of Pajak franchise of operators
Committee
for
on
violations
Transport.
of ordinance. Next is the referral from the City Mayor's office, another forwarding letter of Mr. Ramos, requesting for new number plates for Pajak.
Committee on Transport.
Next is another letter dated February 3 of Evangeline Manalo, Naga City Children's Home, requesting for an authority for Mr. Jose Francisco Tuason, disbursing officer, to cash advance funds exclusive for the timely procurement of food and essential supplies.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I request consideration to the Chairman of the Committee on Rules to transfer this matter to SBO.
What is the reason for that request?
This pertain, Mr. Chair, to the procurement of food supplies at Naga City Children's Home.
Councilor Rosales? Okay, so we will transfer item number 9 of the new business to the SBO.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of a resolution authorizing Mr. Jose Francisco Tuason, disbursing officer, to pass advance funds exclusively for the timely procurement of food and essential supplies for the children under their care at Naga City Children's Home. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Just several queries, Mr. Chair. I think we can invite the city accountant to shed light because when I check the guidelines on cash advances, the only requirement is authorization from the head of agency, not a resolution from the Sangguniang Panlungsod. But just to make sure, we can invite the city accountant for that
So
purpose.
may I direct the security officer to invite the city accountant or a representative from the city accounting office? In the meantime, we will defer discussion of this item. Yes, Councilor Albios.
May I request reconsideration of the disposition on item number 6, letter of Attorney Josephine Villarosa Rosales, that instead of referring to the Committee on Market Affairs, be referred to the Public Safety Office for immediate action.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, we will refer this to the Public Safety Office. Next item, please.
Next item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, granting permit to operate for one additional Pajak unit each to Nasisopoda, Tapoda, Kupoda, and St. James Pajak Operators and Drivers Association.
Committee on Transport.
Next is a letter dated February 5 of Ms. Jessica Taday seeking consideration on the cancellation of the Trimobile franchise awarded to her late mother Caridad Abrantes.
Committee on Transport.
Next is a letter dated February 6 from the acting head of the Trimobile Task Force requesting for the passage of a resolution confirming the grant of franchise for 5 units of e-trike for hire to Piston Development Multipurpose and Transport Service Cooperative.
Committee on Transport.
Next is the first endorsement dated February 5 from the head of the Trimobile Task Force forwarding 3 applications for transfer of Trimobile franchise.
Again, Committee on Transport.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Alan Riz Macaraig requiring access to public drainage or waterway as a mandatory requirement prior to the reclassification of parcels of land of any portions thereof from agricultural to residential commercial.
Committee on Land Use.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable City Youth Vice Mayor Hamin Pebi Sabaybay, co-authored by the City Youth Councilor, an ordinance amending Ordinance Number 2010-063 as amended by the Ordinance Number 2013-010, otherwise known as the Naga City Tertiary Scholarship Program by streamlining documentary requirements, expanding coverage for non-tuition expenses, and updating scholarship grant tier.
Committee on Education.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jepson Romeo Felix, an ordinance amending Ordinance Number 2012-035, otherwise known as the Naga City Youth Code, particularly the provisions of the City Youth Officials Program, to clarify program timelines, expand official positions, institutionalize leave and succession mechanisms, establish a performance evaluation system under a monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning framework, and for other purposes.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Next is the proposed ordinance, again by Honorable Jepson Romeo Felix, an ordinance amending certain provisions of City Ordinance Number 2024-101, otherwise known as the Enhanced Sangguniang Kabataan Mandatory Training Ordinance of Naga City, renaming the same as the SK Academy Program of Naga City, strengthening its institutional framework, and for other purposes.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Next is another proposed ordinance by the Honorable Jepson Romeo Felix, an ordinance institutionalizing citizens' charters for all Sangguniang Kabataan in Naga City, including the Sangguniang Kabataan Federation, to advance transparency, accessibility, governance, and accountability in the delivery of youth services.
Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, an ordinance regulating the wearing of masks, balaclavas, and other face coverings that conceal identity in certain public places and situations in the city of Naga, Camarines Sur, in the interest of public safety and in support of law enforcement operations.
Committee on Public Safety. Next item.
Next is the another proposed ordinance by the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, an ordinance regulating the use of public roads in the city of Naga by slow-moving vehicles and directing the use of the outermost lane.
Committee on Transport. Do we now have the representative coming from the City Accountant's Office? We wish to acknowledge the presence of the City Accountant, Madam Ruby Singson.
Good afternoon.
The rules are suspended.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon. Yes, Councilor Ballimoro.
Mr. Chair, the query of the Honorable Mendoza is whether or not the Sangguniang Panlungsod should issue a resolution pertaining to the authorization of a personnel for a cash advance. The matter, Mr. Chair, is pertaining to the Mr. Jose Tuason requesting for an authority for cash advance for the disbursement or for the procurement of food at Naga City Children's Home.
Reaction from the city accountant.
Yes po. Good afternoon po. With regards po with to this request, bali conflicting po kaya yung yaon sa letter request. If it's just a simple cash advance po as a special disbursing officer, then they po needed ang Sangguniang resolution. However, sa second paragraph po kaya, sinasabi niya that he be allowed to regularly process replenishment. Pag sinabi po kasing replenishment, that would be petty cash already. Yan din pong procurement of the food and essential supplies, kang children's home po. Previously, may inauthorize na po ang Sanggunian na petty cash custodian in the person of Ms. Sheila Condeno. So, yung establishment of the petty cash po, we were advised by COA to comply with the guidelines on the setup of petty cash na pag above 15,000 po, kailangan the amount or the setup should be authorized by law or through ordinance or resolution. That is why po, usually, pag set up of petty cash po, we are seeking the authority from the Sanggunian, if it's petty cash.
Okay, yes, again, Councilor Ballimoro.
On my understanding, Mr. Chair, it is the establishment of a petty cash fund intended for the purchase of food and other essential supplies at Naga City Children's Home. So may I, if it is a requirement, Mr. Chair, may I modify my previous motion to authorize Mr. Jose Francisco Tuason for the to authorize for a petty cash fund at the Naga City Children's Home. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
The purpose of raising this question, Mr. Chair, is that if it is not necessary for us to be part of the process, we should not be part of the process. Kung may pigaapod na ease of doing business wherein the steps are being reduced, we should also practice ease of doing governance. Unnecessary procedures should be removed. Now, based on COA Circular Number 97-002, duwang klase ang cash advance. The regular cash advance and the special cash advance. The regular cash advance refers to ito mga nagpapasweldo, as in, sarap pong category digdi, ining nagtataong karya, as well as ining kaipuan ang petty operating expenses consisting of small payments for maintenance and operating expenses which cannot be paid conveniently by check or are required to be paid immediately. Kumbaga, under the regular cash advance, kung may mga gasto ang sarong opisina na dahil mapwedeng tsekehan, siguro dahil sa DIT, o kaya dapat bayaran tulos in cash kung masaod, then that is authorized and is categorized under the regular cash advance. Now, under regular cash advance, kung ang mga cash advance disbursing officer, no further authority is required. Very clear po yan, nakalagyan under cash advance shall be of two types, namely regular and the special cash advance. Hindi po sa enumeration ng regular, those granted to cashiers, disbursing officer. In the letter, the subject person is the disbursing officer. So, saklo po kani. Paymaster and or property supply officer for any of the following purposes: salaries and wages, commutable allowances, honoraria, and 3.1.4. Ano po ini? petty operating expenses consisting of small payments, no amount mentioned, small payments for maintenance and operating expenses which cannot be paid conveniently by check or are required to be paid immediately. So kung disbursing officer na po, no further authority is required. Pero kung special cash advance, hindi po si mga granted on the explicit authority of the head of the agency, not by the Sangguniang, to duly designated disbursing officer or employees for other legally authorized purposes as follows: current operating expenditure, ini si mga nasa feed ata ni, tapos traveling expenses. So, nowhere in this COA circular, unless the accountant can produce some other circular requiring Sangguniang Panlungsod action, in this circular, we don't have any part in the process. Why add another step? That is adding, that is contrary to ease of good governance, Mr. Chair.
Reaction from the city accountant.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Pwede pong pa-proceed po sa section 4.3.2. Actually, with regards to this matter po, for the establishment of petty cash, we received, actually po, na-discuss na ni with COA way back 2016 po yata, 2016 or 2017. For specifically section 4.3.2 po, that was the time we started po establishing petty cash funds for different offices na nagdi-disburse po for, like for example, food supplies, kang Naga City General Hospital, OLI, the Children's Home, and the Women's Home. So, nung time po na nag-start tayong mag-establish ng petty cash fund, we seek the clarification from COA regarding po yung specific section na yan na 4.3.2. In their circular, they stated, payments out of petty cash advance shall be allowed only for amounts not exceeding 15,000 for each transaction, except when a higher amount is allowed by law and or specific authority by the COA. So, upon discussion with COA po, with regards to this matter, they informed us na typo error daw po yung for each transaction na 15,000. Kasi if you look at the wording po kaya, petty cash advance na 15,000 for each transaction. At that time po, we were seeking authority to set up establishment of petty cash in the amounts of 100,000, 150,000, 200,000 for each office. So they informed us po na per their circular, ang regular establishment of petty cash fund per petty cash fund custodian is up to 15,000 pesos only. And if we want to establish a higher amount than that, then there should be a law covering that or a specific authority by COA. So, they man po nagtao si COA ng specific authority, but they turned it over to the Sangguniang to issue the authorization for the establishment of the petty cash fund and naming the actual petty cash custodian who will handle the specific fund. So, ano po kayong si actual na nangyari? Sabi nga po ni COA, 15,000 is not a petty amount. So, they put the ayan for each transaction, but each transaction for the establishment of the petty cash. So, with regards to the request of...
Are you saying that there is a typographical error there?
Ang ano daw po, ang interpretation of the 15,000 for each transaction is the 15,000 for the establishment of each petty cash fund per petty cash fund custodian. Yan po yung each transaction na minimin nila. So if kung ang i-establish na petty cash fund po ng isang office is only up to the amount not exceeding 15,000, then no authorization from the Sangguniang is required. But if the amount to be established is more than or exceeding 15,000 pesos, then there should be, it should be allowed by law.
Councilor Balimoro.
Mr. Chair, siguro i-research lang kung kinakaipuhan talaga ng Sangguniang resolution for that particular matter. Pero in this case, Mr. Chair, the at stake is the food of the children at Naga City Children's Home. So, yaw naman lang po kita sa session. Why not we pass a resolution authorizing Mr. Tuason for the cash advance for the replenishment and procurement of food supplies at Naga City Children's Home, and in the amount of, para may particular amount, Mr. Chair, in the amount of 40,000 pesos na iuman yan itong pagkakas advance ngunyan of the said facility.
Thank you, Councilor Baldemoro. Councilor Mendoza.
I'm amendable to the proposal of Councilor Elmer Baldemoro, just so we ensure na si mga aki may kinakakansindan. But I also agree na we can check whether there is really a requirement for such. And thirdly, that we pass it as an ordinance because stated in that circular, it should be by law.
Yes.
So with those amendments, I support the proposal of the Honorable Baldemoro.
Councilor Baldemoro, proceed.
Given the proposition of the Honorable Mendoza, Mr. Chair, may I again amend my previous motion. May I move for passage of an ordinance authorizing Mr. Jose Francisco Tuason to secure a cash advance for the establishment or replenishment of a petty cash fund of the Naga City Children's Home in the amount of 40,000 pesos. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Thank you, Madam Accountant.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
The rules are again in force. Next item, please.
Next is the undated letter of Jefferson Tuliao, Head of OPM Luzon OPMS, PLDT, seeking assistance regarding their on-hold project involving the rerouting of PLDT facilities in Barangay Concepcion, Pequeña, Naga City.
Committee on Public Utilities.
Next is the first endorsement dated February 9 of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Pacol.
Committee on Appropriations.
Next is another endorsement from the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Bagong Bayan Sur.
Committee on Appropriations.
Next is the other matters.
Other matters.
First is the transmittal dated February 2 from Elmer Villanueva Jr. of the DILG providing copy of Memorandum Circular number 2026-006 of the Department of Interior and Local Government pertaining to prohibition and the display and or affixture of the name, image, and likeness of public officials on government projects.
Noted.
Next is another transmittal from the DILG forwarding advisory dated February 2 of the Department of Interior and Local Government pertaining to the call for nomination for the Philippine Councilors League Gawad Galing Lokal na Batas 2026.
Again, we take note of this. Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, we already submitted our entry for the Gawad Galing Lokal na Batas, the I Engage
Yes.
Ordinance authored by the Honorable Gil Rosales.
Yes, thank you. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated February 6 of Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix requesting for consideration for his absence from the regular session on February 24 due to his
Noted.
attendance and the another letter, another transmittal letter from the DILG forwarding Memorandum Circular number 2026-007 regarding the third National Summit and election of the National Executive Board of the Lady Legislator League of the Philippines.
We take note of this letter unless Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez or Councilor Piñapor Do you have any reactions? No reactions? Okay, noted.
Next is a letter from the Department of Public Works and Highways furnishing us the status report of the various infrastructure projects for the month of January
Noted.
of this year. Next is an invitation, a letter dated November 24 of Attorney Donna Bel Tenorio, President of Women's Involved in Nations Building, inviting attendance in the Women's Month Seminar Workshop on March 18 to 20, 2026.
We take note of the invitation. Next item, please.
Nominal voting na po.
Councilor Rosales. Before Councilor Rosales, Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I remind the Secretariat for the submission of to the IGOV office all the proposed ordinances passed on first reading.
Okay,
pertaining
please.
to the I-Engage program, Mr. Chair.
Please take note of the comment of Councilor Baldimoro. Next item, please.
Mr. Chairman, may I move to transfer all ordinances approved on second reading to nominal voting and approve the same on third and final reading.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Adjourned.